哦，可以。好的，我们开始玩吧。看一下我们有录音吗？有录音，那就没问题，可以开始玩了。这个船到底怎么回事？看起来怪恐怖的。不管了，先看一下我们要去哪里。这个巨神王国好像能去吗？圣梯，可是小岛。哎呦，巨神王冠到底能不能去啊？但怎么才能去巨神王冠？王铜堡、巨神王，很多都是巨神王冠的人。如果不行的话，如果现在不能去的话，我就去那个找厄策斯。不管，那我们直接去首都涅克塔卡 ，Go！看到十几艘船船向你驶来时，出现了一堆船海，就是帕山哥了。即使这么远的距离，你也可以看出它速度飞。其中一条船停靠到你的船的旁边，你的衣服讲究的海翼男子来到甲板边缘，你认出他，但他神秘地冲你笑着。是我，阿苏拉，王爷皇家商行的首领，努瓦泰兰加鲁伊的特使。点头，带着古怪的微笑望着阿川哥。红透灯塔从这里也能看到正闪耀着光芒。让我大感意外的是，你已经摆脱了那个塔卡街头的注意，我怀疑这一点很快就会将会打破。哦，你想说是见到你很荣幸，你的举止很值得称赞。ฉัน代表王爷商行郑重地感谢你在这里所做的一切。你挥布了一笔宝贵的财富，无论是否出你的本意，无论你快速地他朝着你快速诡秘地笑着。封建你的其他人一定想听这个消息，毋庸置疑，你可以趁机邀功请赏。没时间的呼吸哦。甲板上仿佛刮起了一阵寒风，听见马加兰之牙这几个字，努瓦泰水手你眼睛红的盯着你，那些没有被吓坏的动弹不得水手很激烈，很害怕地这些什么？阿苏拉难以读懂的目光让他们闭上了嘴，转过身来，皮笑肉不笑着看。请原谅我的同胞，马加兰之牙是王亚列岛东北角的一处火山带，那里是列岛里最险恶之地。哦，据说那附近的水域里面徘徊着马加兰之主的火山中诞生的巨人们，就算我们装备精良的战舰也不敢去那里。但是如果你真的想去那里的话，我猜奥涅卡莎女王应该有办法引领你去推进之位。你应该去拜访她一下，她的宫殿，去内克塔卡的巨神王冠吧，是时候来王宫宝去。 我总是渴望结交这种有手腕。无论如何，我有很多事情要做，而且似乎也这样一路顺风，成长成熟。好的，欢迎再次承认阿斯拉德。OK， 我们前往内克塔塔。加速。
Oh, Captain Parfitos never said a hard word as we sail all our troubles away. Hold fast to the helm, hold fast to the wind. Heave-ho, Incidente.
You blink and find yourself standing in the knee-high grass of an endless field, with the day just falling into dusk. The grass still holds the warmth of late afternoon sunlight, but a chill breeze blows at your back, raising goose flesh down your arms. The chirr and trill of nightjars rises with the wind. In the inky bruise of the sky, stars ignite by the ones and twos. The tolling of a single bell joins the chorus of birdsong. Then another. The sound surrounds you. Every stalk of grass bears a delicate silver bell on its end, bobbing in the wind. The chill breeze becomes a howling gale, and the tide of ringing bells sweeps you off your feet. It carries you like flotsam through the sea of grass. Then, the earth falls away. The wind ceases, and you are sent tumbling up into the dark of the sky.
Watcher.
The voice of the pallid night shakes the earth at your feet. You have returned to Bareth's realm, your soul once more called to attend the wishes of the god of death.
Once again, you have spoken with the child of light. Tell me what you have learned.
光明之子就是厄策斯咯。
Intriguing.
The pallid night stares past you, pensive.
Wow, attend. Tell me what your many eyes perceive.
Her words ring out, and a heavy silence descends.
秘密启示幻象，我爱的却是谜。他的信徒发明创造，让揭开事情的秘密。
In the silence breaks the murmur of countless voices. They speak all at once in languages both known and unknown to you. In the space beside Bareth, an eye blinks open, followed fast by several more. They are round, keen eyes of Kith, the slit eyes of snakes, the small, dark marbles of birds, the bulbous lanterns of deep-sea fish.
Here we are.
A figure walks through the cloud of eyes as one might step through a door. It is an Orlan, then a pale elf, an ocean human, another. They are well.
我爱他。
This is the first interesting thing to happen in ages. And we do so love a riddle.
The figure wears an Amawa's grin, and the many voices beneath its own.
We see between the strings of the world, and Eovis is there, strumming them like a lute. His tongue is still, yet he sings of a coming joy. What tune he plays, we do not know. It is complex, ever-shifting. One moment vibrating in harmony, the next in discord.
A man strides through the door to Bareth's realm. Behind him lope wolves with lolling tongues, and jungle cats whose long tails twitch with every step. Galawain, the changeling, arrives, and he brings with him the wild heart of Aora's untamed places. Fast on Galawain's heels, a small wave of seawater washes across the tiles. From out of the water rears a glowing lure, then the head of a gigantic fish. The round black eyes of Andra roll to meet yours.
是什么？大鱼老大，他是昂。
Eovis is nothing if not resourceful. I admire his
哦，
nerve.
他是加拉温啊。
In the changeling's voice, you hear the soft patter of rain on leaves.
No, he is a creature of the pack left long alone. Without our strength behind him, he is weak.
He's weak.
If his journey leads him back to us, he has proved himself worthy of return to the fold.
Aethys does not return to us. He returns to execute some grand plan. We must stop him.
Andra's voice rises like a tide, panic riding its crest. The doors lining the walls of Bareth's realm slam open in unison. Warped pieces of ancient armor and the remnants of discarded weapons roar through the doorways. Finally, a blacksmith's sledge hurtles past your shoulder, and the figure snatches it from the air. A man forged in metal stands before you. Twin flames ignite in his eyes, and a low rumble starts in his chest. He walks forward. With each halting, jerky step, you're assaulted with the unbearable screech of metal grinding upon metal.
We should destroy Aethys, that we might reforge him into something new, something stronger. He could be a weapon that all of us might wield.
Abaddon's words carry the heat of the forge. Behind them, you hear the clang and clatter of hammer on metal, and the hiss of just-quenched steel.
Abaddon speaks with wisdom. He violates not their realms, but mine. I feel his urgency in every stamp of his feet along my spine. I will send tsunamis to slow him, if Mogren would stir the earth beneath Mogren's teeth.
The water at your feet recedes. Lava oozes up through the shallow water, and a woman made from the guts of the earth emerges. She settles her characteristic broadsword on her shoulder. Mogren returns.
马加兰
In the age when our steps carved valleys across the face of Aeora, our bodies were impervious to all but the strongest attacks. I doubt fire and water will be enough to stop him. But I will bear down upon Aethys with all the heat and fury of the earth. If I must.
The deep, bellowing cry of an aurochs shakes the ground beneath your feet. The cry drones on and on, a moan without end. Wal's many eyes squeeze shut. Andra slips back beneath her waves. Mogren dissipates in a swirling cloud of steam. Only the pallid night stands impassive.
My end comes to all things in time. Should Aethys care to hasten the inevitable, I welcome his efforts. Aethys seeks a slate wiped clean. Freedom from the endless revolutions of Barath's wheel. The final emancipation of the countless stolen mortal lives the gods hoard within themselves.
The Child of Light will not choose the hour of my death.
Mogren tests the edge of her broadsword with a smoldering finger.
He sows chaos in his longing for a radiant dawn. So much will be lost in the cacophony of fear his actions inspire.
The crack of thunder rends the air. The gods fall silent.
We can wait no longer to act. Speak with him, Watcher. Discover what it is he plans. To live is a choice, and you yet draw breath. Drink deep of the air, Watcher. We have work yet to do.
The warmth of the pallid night's breath blows soft on the back of your neck, though she stands nowhere near you. Water begins to creep across the floor. It swells, runs swiftly, and catches at your ankles. You scrabble at the tiles, but it's no use. The current's pull drags you off the edge of Bareth's realm and into the fathomless beyond. You splash down in water so dark you can't see the bottom. Then, the water recedes, gone like a dream upon waking. The gods are gone, but you remain.
As you like.
自己的也可以拿，就拿吧。这是来自埃弗拉的信，希望这封信能平安无事到你手中。自从你第一次来到赤金谷之后，已经过了许多年头，这些年里，很多事情都发生了变化，对你对我都是如此。我不知道你是不是还记得我，但我永远不忘记你来到我们前的那一天。在那几个月里，我一直努力思考我的信仰，我的主基督如此。众神还是赐予我一个儿子，他既健康又强壮。我身边的一切都充满好奇，整个赤金谷都非常崇拜他。我已经向他提过，他不停地问着灵智者是怎么恢复他的灵魂的，希望有一天能亲眼见到你。在我们见面之前，我一直为你祈祷。这个感激不尽的仆人，你感激不尽的仆人哦。
I shall make it so. Indeed. Watcher, tell me what's on your mind?
你是怎么成为瓦恩而非二叉式的？
My folks. You might say they're not your typical Aethasians. Sure, they cling to the light more than the darkness. But the war, it touched my family. And it changed them. Killed some. Not that I remember firsthand. The others toughened, turned survivors. That much I saw with my own eyes, even years later. Of course. Though we're few and spread out, most don't keep to temples. Soul shepherding requires travel. My aunt's the one who taught me about the cycle of life and death, how everything happens in stages. Whether forwards or backwards, from seed to rot to rebirth again, it's all just states of existence and balance. Say that's how I first learned about the slice of Gone within Aethys.
Gone.
After that, I read all the doctrines of Gone. Anything and everything I could get my hands on. The 12 books of Nearwith, plus the epistles from the minor prophets. A lot of them aren't a part of today's canonization, but that doesn't mean they're wrong. It's tradition for the youngest born to take up the priesthood of Aethys. Well, I did it in my own way. No need to fiddle-foot around. I'm listening. They're there in my head when I sleep. And sometimes I can taste them on the back of my tongue like a smear of grit. Happens when I take in a particularly volatile soul. I'm glad we talked.
Great and terrible things are at work. And once again, you seem to be in the middle of it. The Rauataians we passed will doubtless spread word of what you've done in Hasongo. But others will want to know what you've seen. They'll look to you for answers. You make it sound so simple. Don't you worry what will come next? What events you might move forward? It reminds me of the question that drew me to the Deadfire. The one I've been avoiding. I promised to tell you what I was doing among the Animancers at Port Marge. As you may have guessed, I was observing them, gathering information on the various Animancy operations in the region. Not out of malice. There was simply no better way. Animancy is a subject of particular
辉耀
interest
这
to the
对灵
Leaden
魂石
Key.
有着特别的
Through
兴趣
it,。I hope to pick up the trail. Merely a first step. After that incident in Old Valia, I thought more about the Leaden Key and its particular composition. It's existed for over 2,000 years. Say what you will about its motives and methods, but that's an impressive tenure. That's when I realized how short-sighted I'd been. To think I could undo the Leaden Key without understanding how it works. I found references to an ancient Leaden Key cabal in the Deadfire. Possibly one of the oldest, if accounts are credible. And they appear to have been working independently, without direct intervention from Theos, for almost 2 millennia. There's the challenge. Most sources refer to them as the Painted Masks. But I haven't met anyone here who knows that name. I don't know where in the Deadfire they are exactly, but I was hoping we could look for them together. That's all I ask.
涂鸦面具人，哼，什么东西啊
You look like you have something on your mind.
I got time.
Do you get
Ngati smiles on you, Captain. I get very hungry, dear one. Hard work speeds up the appetite.
But not little
Ahoy, Captain.
Orleans.
What can I do you for? I can't. If you be finding my sidearms impressive.
Child, when I am a shark, it means you are the...
继续前进。哎，不是设定好是那个首都了吗？这不是首都。阿什科佛港，沃克查卡。
He whispered in her ear, Farewell, farewell, my own true love, this parting
奥列克卡扎尼我的信件，请允许我在卡罕加宫招待阿三哥的救生那个塔马公主胡雅娜与异乡人，就像您这样有保护价值的机师，能够在这里找到各种各样的工作。如果你有爬上的经历，请一定要救除巨蛇王冠。考虑考虑吧。OK， 看来一切的都叫我们巨蛇王冠，我们就去巨蛇王冠吧。哎，巨蛇王冠不能去呀！这啥是？ 不是巨蛇王冠不能去啊！怎么回事？哎，巨蛇王冠不能去啊！怎么办呢？还以为可以去的，结果还是不能去啊！那该如何是好？ 我是不是哪里？是不是哪里什么地方搞错了？ 往巨神王冠。
Yes?
是有人走了就走得过去了吗？北部出口可以去了。哦，我们终于到了巨蛇王冠了。那怎么是？
Akira, I have waited a second lifetime.
已经等了2个辈子了，真的吗？这是什么？艾欧拉的月相，举头望向夜空，你就会看到宠月无处不在，永久不变。宠月黑月，这我看过了。要讲一下话吧。
There you are.
木海。哦。
I did not expect to wait so long for Rikuhu's messenger. Or have you come as Bareth's usher? The foreigners twist even our gods. Should you not be a dwarf? Akira, I have not met one before. Nor will I again, I think. But you are here to take me away, are you not? Well, I refuse to go. Never will I move from this place. I follow Magrin's way. Yet sickness took me before my time. I died alone, and without honors. It must be put right. Of course. Some kind of mistake was made, and now Magrin will put it right.
搜索木海的庄园。
Have you found it?
千真万确见证。孤苦伶仃的狗。
No one had checked up on her, I guess.
伊维加了决心。哎，怎么有个尸体？木海的残骸。你怎么了？
Have you found it? Akira, I hope I have not rotted away. Yes. To think, a Mutaru of the Kahanga tribe left to die alone and forgotten. In life, I would have faced any challenge. Now you are my champion. Magrin smiles upon your deeds. Take my body to the Temple of Magrin in the Sacred Stair. There is a great fire there that burns eternally. Burn my body there, so that it may be dedicated to Magrin in death. I cannot pass from this life until all is in order. Of course. When all is done, Magrin will light a path for me. Or else, if I must face a final test of my navigator's skill, I will impress her.
火葬木海。OK。 火葬墓。
Takehu, if you keep tugging on that, I fear you'll pull it clean off.
My tentacles enjoy a good tug. I try not...
For what do you enter my home uninvited? This is my estate, not a beachside hut.
埃佩罗夫人。
Akira, and you got greedy. It.
他就是全场埃佩罗夫人。
Finish them!
Makes no difference. At your service. May I help?
Rather difficult to concentrate.
I'll take word and wrong. Let's be honest.
Hey, watch it with that.
Let us end this!
埃佩罗夫人被我变成小猪了。
Hey, whose side are you on?
Makes no difference.
Very well.
That's it! Beyond seek.
Hey, watch it.
Let us end this!
卡了一下。 OK， 打完。精致长袍。
I shall make it.
哇，卡住了。 这个
Yes, I shall.
哇，他加好多东西哦。巨鹿帝国。 寻几只，约2200年，一群由树枝号称路名的原始氏族联合起来，建立一个巨鹿王国的新文明。散布在这片土地的各个小部落都明白，只有联合方能自保。每个部族的领导人都成为了共同选举出的巨鹿 国王的顾问，顾问依然是他们人民的统帅，但都需要服从至尊王法科林答案之时。事实证明，这个错取是明智的。巨鹿王国迅速扩张，开拓出条条兴盛的商路。他们的人民以经商才能组成公民，又精神精明。王国内部少有争纷，但和邻邦经营王国 库科林间偶尔会发生冲突。王国建立不久后，就有人开始研究 祝魂学在当时人充满未知，令人兴奋而又不安。巨鹿随着看到的其中巨大潜力，这份潜力开发起2260年的潜力开发起，为群众人士齐心协力，将钢铁之人的灵魂从肉体剥离，并附在另一个躯体上，创造出世上首个被后世尊称不死族的东西——巨鹿至尊王和尔迪卡教迅速而果断地做出反应，他们共同谴责该事件，并宣称祝魂学的学习使用军属非法。在那之后，祝魂学再也不能公开出现巨鹿王国的领土。巨鹿王国和精灵王国的库科林的矛盾仍在持续，并在2398年升级为一场小型战争。暂时和平息之后，巨鹿王国和库科林达成一份协议，合并为巨鹿帝国，甚至于合并成巨鹿帝国。精灵王国跟巨鹿王国合并了，政治和军事争纷停歇了，巨鹿帝国得以将重心转至经济领域，掌握世界和其他地域难以获得资源。帝国的商路一跃成全世界最有利可图的商路。哦，原来如此。
What have we here?
这里。
As you like.
大家随便拿，开心。无名海盗的日剧。从无名海岛的日记中摘录一段关于失踪的渔民女王号的内容。海中每一滴水都是昂德拉的血，是昂德拉人类。尽管亚米拉的呼吸推动我们航行，但只有昂德拉的意愿，它能使我们免于在他神圣帐篷中淹死，招致他的愤怒，会置你于危险中，因为他不知何为怜悯。某个老人家在我初次离港时这样告诉我。但老人家从来不知道何时该闭嘴，所以他说的话我一个字都不信，从未亲眼见过女神从海神升起，用她湿漉漉的手触碰船只，海风和海浪。这些就是来自地表的威胁，比起折磨我们，诸神有其他更好事可做。当然，这些都是我登上渔民女王号之前的事。一个身体残缺的男人在内克塔卡的野片找到我，只有一只眼睛，满脸都是伤疤。一个货分驾驶的海盗悄悄在酒吧里靠近我，好像我们是老朋友似的。看你样子，你对石头有一套。那时候一开始我还以为他是想搭讪，而且我差点让他得手了，但是他大笑起来。我对某些特殊活动感兴趣，他说为了搞定他，我们需要找到最好的。是这样的，你尽管煽动我的虚荣心，我对什么狗屁名声完全不感兴趣。你为此付我多少钱？他给起钱来慷慨得很，所以我跟他一起走傻了而已。但当时我又怎么知道呢？毫无知觉，一丁点也不知道。现在我可是要看清了。我们到处猎捕少女，说真的，少女的肉再拿也不算上好吃。但我的新朋友独眼水手决心让它变成美味佳肴，掀起一阵风潮，日进斗金。从当地的人买一座漂亮小岛，在一个黑色沙滩躺，在一个时刻准备好的人请的壁琼里，手里拿着一壶棕榈酒，就这样度过余生。你听过关于这些野兽的故事，我们都听过水手被深渊下的少女和她侍女 你幼儿时无法抵抗他们哀愁的歌声，听起来全是胡扯，对吧？我们在欧菲吉亚海峡途经枪局时见到了一群，从远处看她们是美丽的女子，尾巴像是暴风之夜那样漫长，像浸透盐的甲板一样光滑，头发像海藻，尽情微笑着。所以我们网住了几只，把它们拖上甲板，没费多少力气，它们想被抓住一样。我们摸爬刀时，它们发出嘶嘶的尖叫声，我们立刻意识到自己放下大树其中一只，把雅克整个吞下地时，我们看到它们像鲨鱼一样成排的锯齿状牙齿分离的上下二当加利维尔和另外2只佛陀时，我们才为时已晚地发现它们屁股长着有毒的倒刺。这时加维利尔已经开始呕出黑色的血块。当有一只把我的胳膊从肘部咬下时，我看到它们没有繁魔的深蓝色眼睛闪烁光芒，仿佛昂德拉的虚空一样深邃，好像这样海不过尘土一样。那一夜，梅格女士为明明女王号的不敬而大发雷霆。在一场我从未见过可怕的风暴中，我们失去主桅杆，所有的淡水，还有4个甲板上的人，我们漂了1个星期。直到一艘瓦利亚商船找到我们，而整件事情最讽刺的是，少女们的肉难吃得要死。到底是吃了哪一个少女？无名海盗的猎机。
You delight in touching exotic animals, Akira?
Suppose. Much as the next fella.
Far from these shores lies a garden of anemone. What say we go together?
Oh, if that's those things that tickle your hands, I'll put the whole Aethys mission aside right now.
卡罕加工之前的吗？基亚沃德卡尔的。听说我有收到邀请。女王太过固执。水硕。
Marathi pays coin to feed the great eel.
这个是马塔鲁朝城。卡罕加工。直接进去就完事。
It shall open to me. I shall make it so. I can get it to spill its secrets. There we are.
解锁。可以看吗？有没有什么好东西？优质长杖，普普通通。没什么好。
Hey, I trust you.
哇，好多人哦！
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanri's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
I say our guest forgets himself.
Brother, stand down. You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us, an interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen. Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves. This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa. I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
She has a keen eye, my sister. Keener than your shooter's bird, Hazanui.
Don't listen to Amishi.
Among her other qualities, the Kahanga Queen can speak for herself.
女王小心掩饰的紧张感。女王的紧张什么意思？他的兄弟在他远离众人之地，脸上挂着收不住的满脸微笑。
From Port Mage to Hasongo to Magrin's Teeth, Aethys follows a rich vein of Adra. It takes him northeast to more interesting territory.
And from there? Your Highness, we must address this threat immediately. The Valiant Trading Company's interests are at risk.
Lives have been lost, Kantanichesi. Let us think of them before we concern ourselves with your return on investment. How a man speaks during crisis shouts his priorities. In the deepest memory of the tribes, we have told stories of Magrin's Teeth. Embellished sailors' fables, Akira, but not without some truth. My people speak of treacherous seas, lakes of fire, and the ancient warriors hammered to life on Magrin's anvil. Ashen Maw is the grandest and most accessible of the peaks. It is the sharpest tooth in Magrin's jaw. Prepare yourself for a fight. Akira, would that our resources were not so entangled in other parts. I cannot send ships to Magrin's Teeth any more than I would send paper dolls to a furnace. Unless the esteemed Hazanui possesses a cannon with the power to cripple a god.
Never underestimate the ingenuity of Rawatayan engineers.
More's the pity. If you make preparations in Nekataka, I say we can help each other.
Even in a time of crisis, you seek to recruit agents to pursue your own ends.
On the contrary, we need someone who can get things done around the Brass Citadel. And this Watcher is exactly that kind of person.
Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you.
Only that Raotai stands ready to aid the Watcher. If she's going back into the wilds, she can't bring too much firepower.
Ma'am?
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer. Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Ac, perfito. Do you mean to stop Aethys by shooting him? Pelagina, I place my trust in you.
Ah, Your Excellency. Hamed Gangswalias.
That will be enough parading of champions for now. I'm certain that our guest knows how to assemble a crew. Akira, if you can stand the chattering of unlike minds on your ship, that is your prerogative.
Good thing I'm already accustomed to cramped quarters and temperamental birds.
We both have our orders. I have no interest in interfering with you as long as you do not interfere with me.
I believe we are finished here. Arihi? Aren't we popular? Best of luck in your travels, Watcher. I think you'll find our troubles a good deal more complex than a blundering god. And take care with your trading company spies.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else. Let's speak.
游侠。全武器攻击，善武士，善武士加十字星，主职业五郎兄弟。 当前的队伍，游侠。
While we have the chance.
Captain, a word? You've spoken to Aethys, which means you know what we're up against. If the fleet sailed up to him and fired every cannon at once, I imagine we'd have a fighting chance at taking a chip off his kneecap. There's no stopping him, is there? I'll tell your friend to point Aethys and his giant green ass towards another archipelago, because he's stepping all over the future of Rawatai. I suppose there's a certain appeal to recognizing the inevitable. It reminds me of the first time I shot to kill. There he stood, a pirate captain barking orders from the forecastle. Out of everyone's range but mine. The wind toyed with us. I took aim, never thinking I'd make the shot, but then I felt this awareness, like a cannon blast took me by surprise. I squeezed off a shot, expecting it to fly wide. But I don't know if Bareth kicked open a door or the Sky Mother held my hand, but that man was meant to die. I've got that same feeling now. Better or worse, I know that Aethys is meant to succeed. Hope I didn't take the wind out of your sail. Whether or not we can change anything, that's more than most people get. I've got some answers. Uh-oh. That's his I'm hungry and you're wasting my time face. Better step back, Captain. Sure am. And I heard that you two spent some time together. I heard tell that Kana sailed off in search of whatever they say he lit a fire under the Ranganui to speed up the taming of the Deadfire. You clearly had some sway on his opinions, more than I ever did. Wish you had told Kana to give up on the poetry. He's got no ear for it. You kept him alive in any case, while he wandered the lands in search of stories. I do with bullets what Kana did with words. Just in case you were wondering, the comparison ends there. I won a shooting competition at the Ranganui's estate. This was a few years before enlisting with the Navy. As a reward, he gave me the freedom of the Royal Eyrie and said I could take my pick of the warbirds. Stinkfeathers here kicked a rather pretty hawk off my arm so he could have me all to himself. Been inseparable ever since. Well, my parents came from the Deadfire. I'm getting a taste of my roots. After they emigrated to Rawatai, their talents caught the Ranganui's eye. He saw them as this spectacle, this achievement of the old country. So they were honored guests. Not many Huana rose to distinction in Takoa. We were also curiosities. Even as we broke the same bread and tossed back the same wine, the Ranganui's friends always checked under the table to see if I had a tail. Kana thought it was hilarious. It was an education in patience. Growing up in the Ranganui shadow wasn't all bad. We had tutors and advisors at our disposal, and lots of folk from stranger parts than these. I spent my days learning to shoot, while my more academic sibling... I'm listening. I'm listening.
神射手的制服，减20填充时间呢。冷却时间加30。神枪手，是不是该换个人呢？现在可以换人吗？好像不行。